whole break, they were vacuuming the studio. It smells like shit in here, man.
Well, it smells like busted television.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got that electronic smell to it.
Absolutely. We're good now, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Sam.
Yes. He was breaking the TV.
Ah, good one, Chip.
Thanks.
What happened to Breuer?
He went to
I
the
saw him
bathroom.
outside.
He just wandered off.
Eyes at half-mast.
But he's not high.
No.
Breuer's playing the Highline Ballroom here in New York City. Heavy Metal Family Man Tour.
It's
That's
8:30?
16th Street in the city. HighlineBallroom.com.
When? 212-414.
5994. Yeah, what day is he
When's
playing?
he playing it? Tough. I don't find any humor in that. Da-dee-doo, do-do-do-dee-dum. Dee-dum-dum.
Breuer has a lot of updates for us. He's got a mom update, a Pizza Man update, a family update in general.
His website's Bruniverse. That's like a real stretch. Breuer, not Bruniverse, it's Bruniverse.
Bruniverse.
Yeah.
He's so big, though. He's bigger than the whole earth.
Oh,
What is he
of course
standing
is.
on?
It's crazy.
Seth Rogen coming in soon, too, so we got to get Breuer in here, man. Here comes Jim.
Yes.
Is he just talking to himself or is he singing?
Yeah, he's probably singing Breaking the Laws.
Breaking the laws.
Sure.
Our pal Jim Breuer.
Jim.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, man?
So Anthony looks smooth as a baby's ass,
Yeah.
and you look like
Ow! Let's get shocked. His jacket came off.
You got static electricity?
oh, that's good. And you've got the whole Amish thing going.
Yeah, I got an ugly beard. Can't even just
No,
call
it's
it a
all
beard.
good.
It's
It's
an
all
ugly
good.
one. Jim
And
goes,
Jimbo
wow.
looks the same.
You think I should be living in Pennsylvania?
You look like you need a cart. Little,
Oh, Amish, huh?
yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Amish.
Build a little hot stove. Put in the back of the Daily News.
I want to go to Amish country. Is it
Why
cool?
not?
It's boring. Have
Come
some
on.
soup,
It's boring?
fly pie.
Right, there's a good.
Is there a town at least? Is like a main street you can walk
Lancaster,
around?
yeah.
Can you walk around there and see the Amish?
Yeah, you go and you see the fudge they make or whatever they make,
Yeah?
and then you know
And get the hell out of there.
Yeah, you're done. Shows over. All right, yeah.
Is there an Amish bar?
No,
Yeah, they serve butter.
I
Why
don't
not?
drink, silly.
What about for other people that are visiting?
I'll tell you one thing: you'll be safe around there if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Are Amish allowed to carry? Yeah.
Allowed to what?
Carry.
Pennsylvania is very easy to get a.
But
a
the
weapon.
Amish themselves, or
Oh,
is
I
it
don't know
against
what their whole take on it is,
religion?
but I would think with the way they build things and stuff, that hunting is probably a big thing with
So
them.
they all got shotguns?
I think they.
would assume.
I don't know.
I would assume.
I don't know. I'm gonna
Pennsylvania's
say.
pretty free with their gun laws.
I don't know. I'm gonna say no. They're more. They're more knives.
Why do you think they're hunting with knives?
Yeah, they throw the knives.
Just jumping on a fucking deer and slitting its throat.
Yeah, it's not hard. I got it in my yard. Now I start feeding. They come closer, grab that
I
thing by
think
the ear.
somebody has something to contribute.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh boy, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny's gonna let
I
us
saw
know.
Kenny. Kenny knows all things.
I don't want to interrupt the great Jim Breuer, who's playing the Highline Ballroom, the Heavy Metal Family Man Tour.
Yes.
Excellent. You must have been reading his website when you weren't ironing those pants.
But Breuer, we don't know when you're playing. We don't have that.
When's the date?
We know
Friday.
This Friday?
Late Friday night. This
here,
Friday.
here in New York City, HighlineBallroom.com for ticket info and all that crap.
But if you go to my Club Soda Kenny Facebook page,
Uh-huh.
I have a picture of an Amish midget I saw this weekend.
Wow.
What does that have to do with the fact that they can carry or not?
Oh, you're talking about Amish people. I got a picture of me shooting a gun.
Yeah, too bad it's not aimed where it should have been.
They don't even use electricity. How do you want
Right.
them to use modern technology?
They're not gonna
Modern
have guns.
guns are not modern technology.
Yeah, the guns
Show
have been
them a
around
picture
way
of the
before
midget.
electricity.
Kenny's pants have the longest zipper I've ever seen. Look at how
I know,
long
and
that.
completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
I got a very low rise in my pants.
Why do you have such a low
A lot
rise?
of ballroom.
Why
Yeah.
though? That's how you like it, huh?
No, because
Oh my God!
Exactly. It's a hepatitis yellow shirt.
He's got Fred Mertz pants.
He's got the biggest pants ever.
Fucking Fred
I buy
Mertz,
cheap
man.
suits.
What do you say we go down to the club, Rick?
She was staring. She was staring right at the camera.
Let me
Yeah, you
say.
took a picture like it's a freak show.
You know what, though?
Say, I can't say.
You know what, though? Nothing but respect for Kenny, because
wow.
most people that take pictures of midgets, they always take a picture of their backs. They're not brave enough to
Yeah, Kenny got
fucking get their
looking
faces.
and everything.
Yeah.
Because
It
what
looks
was she
like
going to
she's
do?
annoyed, too.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
she is.
Well, what's she going to do?
Why are you
though?
taking a picture?
She can't even reach up to his
But they don't
balls.
talk like that. They talk
She's
normal.
Amish?
And the Amish don't like having their pictures taken in general.
That's right.
Why? Well, they think it
Some
steals their
voodoo
souls?
thing.
I think it takes
Yeah.
your soul.
I read.
No, that's some African thing.
I read.
Yeah.
I read that the Amish burn midgets, though. What? Yeah, they don't want midgets.
heard
around.
about that.
No, I read it somewhere.
Oh.
I read somewhere.
I did. Yeah,
Well, you got a mic in front of you. It's got to be true.
that's right.
There's another picture.
Oh,
Sam.
were you trying to get a picture of the midget or Estelle Getty standing next to her?
I know, right? Get it.
You have more than one?
Why are you taking up
Oh,
Jim Breuer's
down,
time?
down.
She with the
Oh,
gun.
there's Kenny
He's
shooting.
got a
Nice.
There, the guy with his horse and buggy.
There he goes. See, yeah, if you want to go see the Amish,
I want to check out the Amish.
check
Why not?
out right there, Ope.
That's it, huh?
You got it.
That's all you're going to say?
There you go. Horse and buggy. You go to Central
cares?
Park.
People go to the Amish. Let's go to Amish country. We'll
Yeah.
see, see what.
We'll buy butter.
You can buy it in the store.
We'll
Yes.
get butter and maple syrup. And it'll smell like horses. Don't that sound exciting, Norton? Why don't you do a show for the Amish?
They have to have a sense of humor too, right?
They're very funny.
They
They
have,
have
to.
great egg jokes.
Barn raising jokes.
You know, I got to say, I thought we lost Breuer for good. Because the
Why?
last time he was in, and if you remember, we
yeah.
we
You
did the
guys.
therapy with Brewer's mom. It's
Right.
it's a classic
Yes.
bit, man.
That was,
Jimmy
that
Norton
was
wasn't
heavy.
here that day. It was real heavy. We made your mom admit that she was hitting your dad.
Yeah. She has no clue still that she really thought she was talking to a therapist.
She still has no idea
Good.
she was on the radio.
Yes, and I set up Anthony. I gave Anthony way too much backstory.
Yes.
And we started going there, and I bailed.
I was like, oh boy, this is getting
And
bad.
they're like, no, your daughter. I'm like, all right, you know what, Mom, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, I knew then. It was just like, all right, I'm out of this.
What happened? Why
I
did
just got very involved.
You get very involved. But
We didn't know how far we could take it. It
we
got
took it
ugly.
far. It was great. It got really weird. My mom
She admitted that she hit her husband while he's in a wheelchair.
right, and in his bed.
In his
and
bed.
I had to separate my parents. It was, you can't even write this in a sitcom. She's 85. She's blind in one eye. Her one eye is sewed halfway shut.
Oh.
Because it keeps getting viruses in it because it's a dead eye. So they had to sew it, which now the kids don't want to see her because they're like,
Oh, God.
what's wrong with Nana? Just play hide and seek with her. She'll never find it. So she's got her one eye is shut and she's blind. My dad's 88 and he was he's trying to sleep his life away living with her. That's every time I go over there, he's just sleeping.
Really?
And so the nurses that started coming and my sister would see marks and hitting. They would catch him hitting once in a while. And then, so one of the nurses said, hey, we're worried about your dad. Your mom's hitting her and hitting him and something's going on. So I had these guys call and she finally admitted on the first she went, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was it. Yeah.
And then she finally admitted it. But now she's fine. I got my dad and my dad's in my house.
Well, are they
which-
separated?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Now, my dad never talks, but now that I have him alone, I'll say, hey, Mom's coming. And he'll go from, what to, oh, shit. Jesus Christ, that bitch deserves to be alone.
Oh, wow.
He'll say stuff like that.
They're really separated. Wow, like for the marriage is separate.
They're done. They're done.
How many years are they married?
How long have I been alive? 44 years.
Because back then you didn't get divorced. You just fucking stayed with somebody.
You just stayed.
Like, they're done.
Yeah, my mom stayed with everyone. She got
wow.
beat, smashed,
She had other
gunshot
husbands?
at her.
Wow.
Before your dad?
Yeah. Shot at her.
Oh, wow.
All that stuff. Yeah, she's crazy.
So she's got a fucking lot of built up.
I was going to say, you're starting to think she might be a problem.
Yeah,
If all that happened to her?
Who knows? I don't know where it stems. It could be. It could be. Her first one died in World War II.
That was the love of her life.
while
probably,
she was
right?
pregnant, and I think after that she just didn't give a shit anymore.
That was it, huh?
Do you know who the brothers and sisters, like who was she pregnant with at the time?
Yeah, my oldest brother, who then died, and that really crushed her.
When did
that
he
was
die?
When? About 15 years ago. So no, wait a minute. Like 1991.
So did he ever meet his dad or no?
No, never met his father. She was pregnant while he was supposed to come home. He got killed by a sniper 2 months before the war ended.
Wow.
He's over there in what do you call Luxembourg. They have soldiers buried all over the world, and Luxembourg has a lot of Americans there, and Patton's there, which I had no clue. But he was under Patton for a while, which I didn't know. I had no
So your
clue.
brother is born, no father. Your mother kind of.
Right, and then
Wow.
her father died 2 years later. She swears it was from the mafia because he was a construction worker. And he was building all this stuff, and he started getting big. And she said, "Those goddamn guineas came to the house, and I was a little girl, and they said, if you don't join us, we're going to throw acid in your face." Those goddamn guineas. I wasn't allowed to date guineas. And it's true. And she used to go to Irvine High School or Irvine Plaza or whatever over there. And she said, one time I brought home a guinea. And I said, tell my father you're Jewish. And he opened the door, and my father said, what's your name? And he said, Mancini. And he said, get the fuck out of here now. Go where you belong, you grease monkey. And then 2 years later, he died of a heart attack.
How did the mafia give him a heart attack?
She swears it was through stress. It probably had nothing to do with her being, having a kid and kid's dead.
So after that, what happened? She married someone else?
Here's this is great. What happened after that is a mystery, little Jimmy. After that, my oldest sister, you know Doreen?
I think I've met her.
Might have met Doreen. She's a complete mystery. We don't know the father.
Oh man.
She has a mysterious thing on her face. She's a mystery. So
For real?
Yeah, we don't know.
Does she know?
She says she contacted her father once. He picked up the phone, and then she wussed out, and there was no communication. So after that came this other guy who was rich, and he was huge in Pan Am, and they flew and he got transferred to Brazil. So she was living in Rio de Janeiro, and that's where the good stuff went down, where there was fightings and knifings and shootings at my mother and beatdowns and all kinds of good stuff with his kids and her kids, and he had a kid, and then they had kids together.
So she has Portuguese or Brazilian kids?
No, he was American. He just got got transferred to Brazil.
Do you know all of her kids with him?
Yeah,
you do? Okay.
yeah. And they don't even if you mention them, it's like watching a POW from the Philippines. They just start shaking. Just the ears start dripping water of sweat.
He's a terrible guy, huh?
Horrifying. Wow. Which that effect is today, too.
Have you
my
met him?
sister's mangled.
Do you know him or no?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead, okay.
Yeah. My sister's 60 and still mangled. I don't give a shit. I was 14. Patty, get off the curb, please.
Holy shit.
Come on, you're 60, sweetie. Come on, get up. It's over. Oh,
You don't
wow.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Wow, still.
And then my dad came, who supposedly he would drink heavy, but he wasn't an angry drunk. Mm-hmm. He was a happy drunk. He just came out of World War II, so he was still drinking heavy for a while. And then they had me. Now, she used to look for fights 24/7. I went through a hate woman stage for a while. If you talked back, if you talked down to me, I would literally want to take your head and shove it through a wall because my father would take it. She'd go, "You kids are stupid, and they're not getting any of my goddamn money, I'll tell you that."
Oh my
They're
God.
stupid! You're stupid, Jim. You're stupid. Goddamn, shut up. I work hard. You're not getting any of my money. That's all I heard for years. And my father would just sit there watching, quiet, the goddamn news is on. He's look at this monkey. It's always the monkeys. It's always the monkeys in trouble. Always the monkeys from Brooklyn. Always causing problems. You ever go through the Bronx? They just burn everything down. That's what the monkeys do. They burn everything down. That's all they do. That's all they do. They burn everything.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
yeah. That was the upbringing. It was awesome.
Which led to your mom, abusing your dad, and we got involved. And we haven't seen you since.
How long have they been married, your parents now?
44 years. So I was in an accident, and they stuck together. As my mom says, you were supposed to be aborted. Everyone said have an abortion. You're 43 and you're going to die, Doris. And I went to the doctor and they said, that's just gas. That's what she said, it's gas. And then I was dancing with your father and I felt a kick. And I went, oh, Jesus Christ, this is a child. And I had you, and I'm so happy I had you. And they had some good times.
Wait, can I stop you for a second? You know how long you have to be along to feel a kick?
That's what I said. Well, they
So
were
she was
wasted
pregnant for a really long time.
They were
before
wasted a
Dude,
lot.
I grew up in a bar. But to this day, I can tell you most things I know about a childhood.
Right.
Now, I had a great childhood. I'm not gonna play. I had a great childhood. To me, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But if you watch Goodfellas, like when they go to the bar, there was Tricky Dick, there was Tricky Dick, Whispering Dick, Johnny Goons. I swear to God, there was Tommy and his poodle. So there was all these. My dad would bartend, and that's after school. That's where I'd go.
There were the characters.
And then my mom would come. Yeah, it was great.
Do you ever you should do a one-man show. I know you do your stand-up, you talk about your family, but a one-man show, because guys like Leguizamo do them, and they're good, but this is all your family and your real life story. That'd be an amazing one-man show. It'd be funny, part of it would be heartbreaking, but
Right.
If anyone should do it, it should be you, because you can do characters so amazingly well.
Yeah,
That's where
you
you
might be onto something.
That's
Yeah.
where you
That'd be great, Jim.
That's where you developed your characters, going into that atmosphere.
Because I never give a shit about people's families unless it's like you talking about your aunt's dad or Ope's mom. Like I like to hear the negative shit in families.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you have a great way of.
That's the fun stuff.
It is the fun
It
stuff.
really is, but you got so much stuff, dude. Who wouldn't
never
want to listen to
ends.
this for an hour? I would watch this for an hour.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even piss.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking great, dude.
So Pops is living with you. He's doing all right.
Yes. Now
Mom
here's
comes over every once in a while.
No, I've had her over the house twice, and the first time she came over, he played complete. I have no clue who she is.
Oh, wow.
And he's there. No?
Yeah, he is there, and then he slips out a little bit. Like he's there all day, and then he'll go, "Are we doing a show tonight in Florida?" Florida?
Huh?
Yeah, we're going to the Elks tonight. Like, yeah, just give me 20 minutes. I wait for him to fall asleep. But there's he's there. Oh, so the first time she came over, he goes, hey, you want to go to the show tonight? For you, it's free, and you can bring your boyfriend. And she's looking at him like, boyfriend? You know who I am, right? He goes, yeah, you're the broad over on the other court. So he told, and we're all looking at him like, what is going on? 100%, he played it dumb as a fox. And so she came over on Thanksgiving, tried to hold his hand and stuff, and he wouldn't touch it.
He's trying to hurt her.
Shit.
He's probably pissed off.
Yeah, he now that he's in safe, the allies have saved him.
Right. Yeah.
So now he's safe, and now he wants nothing to do with it.
He's 88, and he probably a lot of anger built up, and someone's not taking care of you because she's got anger built. Well, no, that's
right.
He's like he wants to hurt her. That's the way he hurts her.
Right. You're right.
Where are you at with the movie you made with him, which I really liked a lot?
I'm looking. I only sell it on the website, and I only sell it on the when I tour. I'm going to look for a distributor this year. I think I need a marketer.
Yeah,
Breuer,
Breuer,
I got to hit the baby boomers.
How old was he when you took him on the road? 85?
5.
Yeah, Breuer takes his 85-year-old father on the road with him and filmed it. Nice documentary. It's really good.
You'd like it.
I'd love it.
You would like it.
Really good.
You would like it. I met your dad.
Yeah, you did.
You're not far from there. He's still young. Your dad's young. What is he, 60 maybe?
No, he's 73, 74.
73.
Wow, really?
He looks
Doing something
great.
right.
Yeah, he looks right. But my parents pretty healthy.
Wow.
He's throwing marathons.
Another 10 years. Another 10 years. You'll see. It'll get a little weird for you.
Yeah,
When he starts shitting himself. That's when the excitement begins.
I know.
That's going to be my book. The top 10 cities my father shit himself.
But I mean, you want to promote the movie, or it's at least on your website? I
love
recommend it.
I've watched this 500 times. I've laughed and been touched every single time I watched it.
How long of a documentary is it?
70 minutes.
Did you ever? Can you go to HBO with it or something?
I went to everyone and their mother.
No one
with it.
wanted it. Really?
No,
I'm really
we had-
surprised by that.
Showtime wants to do something for Father's Day, but
Why wouldn't they want this?
who knows?
How much footage do you have that you didn't use?
Oh my gosh, I have 1.5 miles of footage.
Could you go to somebody
Maybe re-edit it, right?
and maybe there's something that they were looking for,
Right.
Because they
Right.
have, and say, look, I have all this footage. I'll work with you and re-edit it a little
Call
bit.
your manager. I'll do it through him. Call your agent. I'll do it through them.
Or Breuer's.
I'm at the end of my.
I will
ropes
call
on
my manager. He's got, yeah, I definitely will.
Or look at it differently. Maybe start shooting again, and then
Update what's going
Well,
on.
that's what
update,
that's what I wanted to do.
now
too,
he's
'cause-
off the road again, and this is where we're at.
Right.
It's too good.
How
to
many years?
drop,
It's great.
Jim.
What
It's
year did you
great.
do this?
What's that?
A couple years ago.
What year was this?
2-3 years ago.
88, 2008.
So
2008.
All right, so it's almost 4 years. That would be almost a logical update.
Yeah, get an update and add it to the movie somehow.
Is how your dad's doing now. The whole thing about them,
Right.
him moving out. Geez, that's a hell of an update, dude. That might be what you needed.
You know what? That is a great update.
Maybe refocus.
And even though you don't have the footage of that, play audio of some of the conversation here.
Right.
Right.
And you put it over whether it's whatever kind of footage you have of them together. You interview her. You interview.
You're right.
I wouldn't give up on
There's
that
the update,
project.
man.
You're
It's
right.
good. What is it called?
Ooh, I
More
like
Than Me,
that.
I think?
More Than Me.
More Than Me.
That's a great idea, Jimbo. You've just helped my career with two. I'm doing a one-man show.
Yeah, right.
And I got a new movie coming out.
Yeah, I just think your family, the way you address your family, is so different than I do. I think it's so interesting.
Honest.
It's funny
There's
because
honesty there.
I always wanted to write it either as a script or a book, but I'm kind of waiting for some of them to die.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I'm embarrassed to put. I don't want to embarrass
Oh my God.
them.
We're on the same page.
You know what I mean?
I got a
so
fucking
that's
book.
Like 2-3 years ago, I'm like, if I would have put out just my mother's life, it's the best HBO series you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking wild.
My brother describes a scene with when his father came home and first he looks for his sister, his own daughter. She's got they would go to bed holding knives every night from their own father.
Wow.
So he comes home and he's pissed and drunk about something. He comes out by the pool area with a gun and he's taking shots at my mom in the pool. She runs to the street and around the car, and he describes it like he starts shaking as a little boy watching his father going pow pow. She's ducking behind the car. Isn't that nuts?
That's
Did you interview her at
crazy
all?
shit.
Did you talk to her at all on camera?
Who?
Your mom.
Oh God, she didn't. She'll talk about that, but there has to be a.
But there'll be a lot of denial, right?
There's more
If
denial.
you ask her about
of-
other stuff?
Yeah,
Of course. Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Of
I have to
course.
play both sides. Like every action causes a reaction.
Yeah. Right.
Does it make sense? So, was she looking for money at that time? And that's sort of that. I'm gonna get my and then he figured out this bitch is using me for fucking my money. And was she cheating? Like it doesn't excuse
Right, yeah.
attempted murder and all that, but.
Attempted murder.
Very
know
rarely
what?
are things smooth where someone just shoots. It's usually two parts working back and forth. in
Right,
one. Yeah.
alcoholism. Was he an alcoholic? Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Dude, yeah, is there a way to get it out of her at all? Like, I don't mean that in a, just because she has all these stories. Maybe people get old. They're more willing to talk when the older they get, the more
This
less
is
consequences mean anything.
Well, it's just like I watched my dad last night. We had a couple over last night, and I've never heard him talk about the war so much in my life. And it was a little boy, one of the little kids, 9 years old, sat down with my dad, and I'm going, what was, hey, BK, BK, he's like, no, I like old people. And it's one of my daughter's friends, and he's going, what kind of guns did you shoot? I went,
I was a gunner in the bottom of a belly, and we had to shoot the planes going down.
I'm like, oh, wow. He goes, and this was weird. I don't know where the kid got this. He goes, what kind of bullets were they? I don't. Ant, can you help? You're a gun guy. Big freaking, like
50s.
Whatever they were. It was like,
Browning machine gun.
4 or 5 inches
Tracer.
long. And he goes, was it like this? I'm like, where'd you get kid has a bullet. He goes, I collect bullets.
I collect bullets.
Because in my house, a bullet. And he's like, no, I'm fascinated with old people in the war and what they went through. His kid's 8.5 years old.
That's fucked up.
But he was talking to him as if, he was on A&E biography.
Yeah. And then I went to Australia for leave, but I can't talk about that right now. Let's just say for a pen, those monkeys will do anything. Don't do anything.
And you didn't talk about your pain back then either. That was weak. Men didn't talk about that stuff and all this stuff these old guys have to sit on, man. Vietnam vets at least talk about it. World War II veterans.
Yeah. They don't talk about nothing. And they all helped each other. My dad was garbage man, but he had everyone in the town, is Valley Stream, everyone in that town was from World War II, and they all got each other jobs. And they were all alcoholics. And I just remember being little, and literally one of his friends hung himself. The other guy had a heart attack driving a truck. He was 42. And then one other guy died. He's 44, and he had a heart attack.
His
So my
war
dad
buddies.
was the only one that survived, even after the war. You're
Wow.
like, good God. But he would never talk about anything like that. That's kind of all part of the movie, too, where like I don't have patience for people like, you don't understand my life. Like, oh, yeah, really? You got problems? Let's go to the videotape.
Yeah.
Please, with your violin. Oh, yeah, so
That's heavy
the only
duty
weird
shit.
thing about him now is we have a nurse that comes in, and there's 2 nurses, and he's getting really sick horny. Like he makes a face like,
Oh, shit.
yes. And it's a little creepy, and I have to constantly talk to him. And then while she's sitting, he'll raise his leg, and he'll try rubbing her leg, and he goes for quick feels.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah.
at 88, we're gonna have to still deal with that shit.
Highland,
Fuck.
hands down, absolutely,
Knowing that
absolutely.
can't do much about it at 88.
Nice.
You absolutely have to start filming again. Because you have time.
No, you're right. And I started talking about that.
You know-
And the guy that filmed this didn't want anything to do with it. He's like, I think it's kind of dumb. Like, I don't think so.
He thought what?
The guy that filmed the first half, he's like, I think it's kind of done. I'm like, nah. I've been telling him
No.
for 3 years. Let's do an update.
Absolutely.
Now's the time to do the update.
You should just film and then just figure out how to
Do it from there.
Put it together.
How to wrap around it.
Yeah, something.
You
Jimmy,
know,
I love that project.
I do too.
4
More than-
years
I,
later.
I love it how it is, and I'm really
too.
surprised no one has picked it up. Really
I'm
surprised by
shocked.
that.
whatever it's missing, you can get
Yeah, but
either in
maybe
the
you can
new
get
edit
it.
Yeah.
or now.
Yeah.
Whatever little piece you might need. Dude, fucking Harry Potter got turned down by 40. Like, sometimes you look at books that have been turned down.
Yeah.
40 fucking publishers or something, or 20. And you go through so many of these big books that were turned down. I forget how long Chaz Palminteri shopped Bronx Tale for. Nobody. Years. Sometimes these things, we see them as finished products. But it's like, no.
This is a great play. This is a great play. I'm doing the main character.
We have Seth Rogen walking down the hall. so-
Nice.
He'll join us.
Yeah,
I go-
absolutely.
Should I go there?
Yeah, it don't matter.
He's
Yeah, stay where you
A-lister. I'm like C
Yeah.
You're a
minus.
pal.
Yeah, stay there. Seth will go over there.
You're a pal.
You guys know
Hey, I'm C
You
minus.
know each other? You know Seth?
I don't think No. I don't think I've met him. No,
good
he's
guy,
not on
man.
SNL.
He's
He's
not-
he's
he's
a big
all right.
actor.
He's a good
actor.
dude.
He's a good dude, man.
Big actor. He got skinny.
Yeah.
He did lose a lot of weight, right?
Jonah did too. They both did, I guess, at this point, right?
I mix those two up a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's
a lot
true.
of people do.
Mix them two.
Yeah, I mean,
His movie's called 50-50. Supposed to be very good. I
saw it.
haven't watched it.
It's very
saw it?
good. I did. It's great. It's about cancer.
Yeah, he takes care of his buddy, and he goes through the ride with his buddy. Yeah, it's a
But
heavy movie.
15 minutes in, you're like, I don't want to see this shit. But something changes, and you're totally hooked and into it, and it's just a really good movie.
Okay.
Really good movie.
I like watching movies on planes that I want to hate, and then you're like, oh, wow, all right, this got me to Phoenix.
Which one? What was the last one?
There's two. One was the Steve Carell film, which I really...
Dinner with the Schmucks?
No.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah, I hated that one, too. I tried a couple times.
Because they had to be PC with the schmuck.
It was stupid.
As PC as they...
The love one, the Addicted to Love or Love something, where the poster was just these two legs.
Crazy, stupid love.
Yes. That alone, I didn't want anything to do with the movie.
Exactly.
Movie's fucking great.
Really?
Hilarious. It's faggot. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, I was.
yeah, bring him right in.
I whenever I see a trailer for that, I'm like, no.
No,
I can't.
me too. No, I'm not doing
Can't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
It got me to Phoenix.
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen.
Hey, Jim Breuer.
How are you, man?
Great. How
Nice
you doing,
meeting you.
man? You too.
What's up, Seth?
Seth, take a
guys?
seat.
buddy.
Just join right in. I think we're
Popping
talking
right
about
in there.
dysfunctional childhoods and
perfect.
all kinds of happy horse shit that
Yeah,
went on. And
we just started discussing movies because I saw 50-50 2 nights ago. I fucking love this movie.
Oh, thanks, man.
But I was telling Breuer, 15 minutes in, I'm not going to lie to you, and it'll sell the movie in a weird way, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit. But then something changed in the movie, and I was completely hooked, and it's a great fucking movie. It's about
you.
cancer.
It is about cancer.
And
but-
it's not a laugh-out riot. The humor's in it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to keep it realistic and honest, I guess. So, I mean, there's times when we were able to be very funny, but we didn't want to, sacrifice the reality just to tell jokes. So,
Right.
And our buddy actually had cancer, so it was, we had a pretty good blueprint for what the experience was like, and we didn't want to, just fuck with his experience that much. So
Right.
it's
He's
pretty
a
similar.
survivor, though.
He's alive. He's fine. He's.
And you guys made jokes when he was going through the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole time while he was going through it is when we would try to think of movie ideas about a young guy with cancer. We'd always the first one we thought of like a fucked up version of the bucket list. We'd call the fuck it list about instead of going to India and racing fucking cars and shit, it was about 2 guys who try heroin and kill a hooker in Bangkok and all the really fucked up shit you want to do before you die. Hey man,
How you doing,
I
bud?
didn't even see you there. Good to see you.
Jimmy Norton.
I know him.
Of course.
And
We've acted together.
Yes.
Yes.
Although they cut it together, we weren't in the same room.
I know exactly. Yeah. I was shooting something else, I think. But
It's a whole nother movie. Yeah.
and Bryce Howard's in the movie, Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah.
She was great.
she's great in it. Yeah, she's really fun.
Yeah.
She was good in The Help. God, does she play a bitch really good? You're like, she was hateable in that
I
movie.
haven't seen that movie yet. I heard it's
She's
really,
great.
I
She's
heard
great.
It's really good though.
And is the old Max Headroom guy? Was he one of the cancer guys?
He was Matt
Holy
Breuer. Yeah.
crap. I'm like, how do I know this? And I thought it was Max
Fucking
Headroom,
Max
but
Headroom,
I
man.
was too lazy to look it up. But I'm thinking that's Max Headroom.
It
with
is
cancer.
Max Headroom.
How's
Yeah.
that poor bastard still Max
great.
He's
Headroom?
still Max Headroom. I'm sure he fucking hates it, but every
Yeah.
time I was just like, so, Max Headroom, what was that like?
What was
Show of
Max
the-
Headroom? I remember
Show of
seeing
the
it.
future.
It was the 80s, right?
What was he supposed
I
to
don't even
be?
think that's
He
the
was
90s.
like
never
a
got it.
personality,
a
right? Like, he
futuristic.
would-
Oh God, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking know. I was 4 years old when it was on, I think. But he was like a personality. He would host shit. He was in commercials and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had a TV show, and
Little
I
talk
think he
show.
became just a virtual person because he
Yeah.
had actually died, but his person being in consciousness was kind of put in a
It's
machine.
like the Lawnmower Man. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
Was it
Yeah.
Cinemax?
He was
As in Max Headroom?
He was a
No.
No. His first name was Max.
weird.
Okay.
Max Headroom was it actually was right before he died. He died in a car crash in the show, and the last sign he saw was,
Was Max Headroom?
Max Headroom, 12 feet.
Oh.
So it was like a tunnel entrance or something.
You know a lot
Yeah.
about Max Headroom.
I just know a little bit about a lot of things.
That's impressive.
He was a pop icon, though, for a while.
Yeah, he was-
Everyone was into Max Headroom. But
Yeah.
anyway, he shows up in 50-50 as a cancer guy.
He does, yeah. He looked cancery. That's
He looked
one of the-
cancer guy.
That's what it said in the breakdowns of the auditions. Someone looks cancery.
But we realized he also plays a cancer patient in The Watchmen. He's like an old superhero with cancer. So we're not the only guys who thought he looked cancer. That's one of his things.
Still haven't seen The Watchmen.
No, I haven't.
People say it's a great movie.
It's pretty fucking
I gotta
good.
fucking
You got a
see
kid, man. You're out.
I am out.
Is that
I am
it?
out.
I got a kids. It's the only time we see films is on. Like I said, we're get me to Phoenix.
That's
good.
right.
Do you watch kids' movies, though?
Yeah, painfully, yes.
There must be some good ones.
Thank God for Pixar.
Yeah, right?
Thank
Thank God for
Pixar.
Pixar is what I say today.
That's right.
I've seen
Back
every
in
one
the
of their
old
movies
days.
10 to 20 times. And my
have
kid's
that
not
shit.
even 2 years old yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they just graduated to like a Sherlock Holmes because there's no like sex in there,
Yeah.
and they're not saying "fuck you" and all that. So kids are like, "Whoa,
Just
this
two
is
detectives
great."
capping motherfuckers.
A lot of killing. Right. That does seem to be fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
As long as people are dying and there's bloodshed.
Dying fine.
Show a tit
Process
and
of elimination.
yeah, there's gonna be problems if there's a tit.
Yeah. But once again, 50-50 is on Blu-ray tomorrow, I think.
The 24th, I think.
Oh, 24th. Okay,
Something
so a
like
couple
that.
more weeks.
Couple
and
more weeks.
This movie might get a few nominations.
It might. I think
it might.
I think the Will who wrote the screenplay has a shot. That's our
The writing was
shot.
great.
The writing is good. He's won a few awards so far for that. So as frustrating as it is that he's never written anything else in his life,
Yeah.
and he's getting more acclaim than I ever will in my entire fucking life, I think he deserves every bit of it.
That was his first
Screenplay.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Some people.
No, I really.
the nerve of some
really
people.
like
Pinch hitter.
What was his name?
Will Reiser.
Here comes Will Reiser in the game.
He's the Brian Doyle of the Academy.
No one's heard of the kid. However, he's got some hot shots under his wing. I need a drive on the first pitch. The center fielder doesn't even look back. Oh my!
Exactly. If Brian Doyle had cancer, it would be exactly.
So, all right, enough about 50-50, I guess. But
No,
I want to
that's
make sure
great.
people see it.
I want to see it because I didn't know what it was, and I got a copy yesterday, but then instead I paid 2 girls to suck my penis for a lot of money.
Really?
I felt that was the more important
Well.
act
That's pretty good.
to engage in. I could always watch the movie.
I would. That's you. You made the right choice. I'll be totally honest.
Because the DVD I have.
Yeah, you have the DVD.
The two are connected because Seth's character uses his friend's cancer to try to get laid.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Which is a great
enough.
little angle in the movie.
It would
Absolutely.
work.
The cancer kid's like a puppy.
Yeah.
On the beach.
Yeah, it speaks highly of you when you have a friend with cancer. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
They think you're sensitive and that you'll take care of them someday.
Exactly. You look nurturing and accepting of
great.
people's downtrodden.
They have no idea that you're bilking him out of his life savings.
Exactly.
Stem cell lies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Were there any heavy moments on the, like when you're shooting a movie about something like that? Were there any kind of moments where people got uncomfortable?
Not really. I mean, there's one or two intense moments in the movie, but it's not that fucking. No, it's not that weird. Everyone's acting and everyone's. Yeah, no one's like in character all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like
none of those guys.
No, it's none of those guys. I mean, I think like in some of the scenes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays the main character, like, yeah, he has to go to a pretty dark place emotionally, and you can't just jump into that sometimes. But he's a normal dude to work with. And,
But how you handle it, they're getting chemo and they're eating like pot cookies or brownies, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's got to leave the hospital after his chemo, and he's laughing hysterically at all this horrific cancer shit on the way out, which was brilliant, man.
Thanks.
One guy is obviously dead because they're wheeling him down to another part of the hospital, and he's just fucking laughing hysterically because he's so fucked up.
yeah, that I like that scene too.
Did you?
Yeah, to us that was like the blueprint for the whole movie. Kind
Yeah,
of. We're like,
okay.
if the whole movie feels like this kind of, then that's a cool.
You're saying it
Yeah.
doesn't go into a terms of endearment type.
No, I don't think so. But
Although
yeah, not
that's
really.
brought up too.
We bring up turns of
Oh,
endearment.
you do?
You
Oh,
have
you
to
do.
nod to it. Yeah, it's hard
cool.
not
Just
to.
trying to prove to Seth I saw a stupid movie.
I'm glad
I'm
that you
sorry,
did.
Seth. I'm
Totally
sorry.
believe you,
movie.
man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I have not seen it, but
Usually
I mean,
we fake this shit, but I actually saw
exactly.
this one.
Nicholson as an astronaut was very good in terms of endearment. I want to somehow contribute to the conversation.
You definitely saw that movie. You know he plays an astronaut.
I wanted a hero. I mean, who? Okay.
I usually have problems watching those types of movies.
Yeah.
Because I always think I'm gonna like figure out that I have that.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible movie hypochondriac.
Right.
It happened. I mean, it happened years ago when I was a kid watching Brian's song. I'm like, I'm running and I'm tired. Shit. I got it. Fuck.
Let me my good friend Anthony, here's what Anthony is afraid of, that the same thing will happen now that happened during Brian's song. a little tear will come down, and his father will yell, "You faggot, quit crying!" So he's convinced himself
Maybe that too.
that it's hypochondria when he's really just terrified of his crying.
Is that of emotion?
Yeah,
Showing
being
any
sad.
emotion during
I love a good
movie?
sad movie. Love it.
You cry like a baby, don't
I'm
you?
the fucking...
Really?
I'm a washwoman.
You love it?
I really am horrible.
Name one.
Name one.
Cuckoo's Nest makes me cry.
Oh, that's
Nest.
a great flick.
Tragic at the end. Yeah.
See,
Great movie.
Tragic.
I'm in the kid where did you see Up?
Of course.
Did you cry it up?
Yeah, but why
The
did you
beginning of Up.
Cry it up.
Well, we were just discussing this over the weekend. Why did she have to have an empty womb? They didn't need that part of the story.
That's to get you.
Yes.
The
Yeah, but
thing
you're
they-
talking to 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Kids should know what an empty womb is at a very young age.
That kid manga brought me in. It's a cartoon. If you want to watch Up, Dad, yeah, the balloons, the guy. I get it. 8 minutes into the movie, I'm in the back
Crying
like this.
hysterically, yeah.
Like, what kind of fucking movie is this?
She was never able to have kids. That's
like-
a laugh riot.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like every Disney movie. Kill the mother in the first scene.
It's true. No,
Immediately.
they emotionally fuck with you.
Yes.
It's
That was
ballsy.
great, though.
It is ballsy. They fucking go for it.
I don't like
What's
Up.
better than blubbering during a movie? You can feel
You
like a real
like it?
person.
Yeah.
I love it. I
That's
love
so
it.
odd.
It makes me feel so connected. Like I'm not so lost.
I'm so
that I can't be
uncomfortable.
What's
connected.
the last new movie that made you cry that you saw?
I don't know. Crash makes me cry when I watch it, although that's a few years old.
Yeah.
I'd have to think of the last movie I saw that made me.
Fuck, I
The
can't.
Help did not.
No, 50-50 might make you cry.
It might, yeah.
Yeah.
Chance.
But you enjoy that?
Love it.
See, I find it very uncomfortable.
Do you
No.
hide it? Do you just
No.
fucking go
I don't
for
give
it?
a fuck.
Yeah, you
no,
don't
man.
care,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm proving I'm harsh and.
Salty?
Yeah, exactly.
I can catch a football, goddammit.
I cried through every episode of Lost. I just did. I don't know why. Just
Every episode of Lost?
in the beginning, and as later
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, the first season made me cry. I don't know why. Just did.
Wow.
But I don't cry in other places. I cry in weird.
I cry in weird things, like some movie trailers will make me cry sometimes when it's not even an emotional movie, like a big epic action movie trailer will make me cry
Just
sometimes.
something where a good cut or a big stinger from
Yeah,
when the music
exactly. I
kicks
don't
in,
know
you're
what
like,
it is. It fucking gets me, yeah.
Where were you, Ma?
What about this new Tom Hanks movie? That looks like it's going to
That
be
looks fucking depressing.
brutal.
yeah,
What's it
that does
called?
look-
The poster's literally just a kid crying. It's the most fucked up thing ever.
He loses his father.
Twin Towers deal.
But
Right?
he loses his father, but let's add Twin Towers loss.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in the towers.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
And then he leaves behind a key, and then it's a treasure hunt type movie. I guess.
Last fucking movie that made me cry.
Fuck
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. God damn it.
Mission Impossible is rough at times.
Yeah, it really was.
Emotionally, it was pretty rough.
When they break that window, I'm like, oh, the cost.
It's really hard to fix.
Do you hide it if you were do you hide it?
I think I might.
No.
When I cry in a movie, it depends how weirdly a place I'm crying in. I think if it's a time when everyone's crying, then I won't hide.
Even
it so much.
alone, I feel uncomfortable.
You do the rapid blink. You blink quickly because you feel like if you stop blinking, it's just gonna pour out. So your tears are kind of like being held back by your eye.
windshield wipers.
Yeah, fucking like little hummingbird wings blinking.
No, even alone, uncomfortable. With somebody, I can't even deal with that kind of emotional outburst.
But did you ever have it come down well, here's what you do: you sit your chick in front of you, like you hold her head a little, like you put your arm around her so she sinks down and she's watching,
Yeah.
and she can't look left and just see.
You're downstream.
Yeah, the
You know,
non-man
No, I've
pussy
never
that she's
gotten to
dating.
that point. I could actually really I would bite my tongue, just anything to stop it, to tamp it down deeper and deeper and
Really?
deeper.
You got to let some of that shit
Let it
out.
out.
Start belly laughing.
Yeah. Look at that faggot.
Yeah. Say something obnoxious.
Still baby. Yeah. Try to make a joke about it. Something. Yeah. Fuck Schindler and his list.
It's a movie, you idiots.
Yeah. It looks like a turtle shell in that crib. It's not really a kid. Wow.
Yes, exactly.
My mother told me that many years
Exactly.
ago when I was a kid. She's like, you will always say something obnoxious to push it away when you feel sad.
Yeah.
And then you stop doing it at that
Now
age.
Oh, no, I
grew.
still did it, but it's like, I'm more comfortable with it now.
Didn't your chick at the time make fun of you once when you were crying at a movie?
My ex does. Still,
Yeah.
we're still good friends. She just told me I'm a fucking baby. She's a fucking. I'm like, you're a fucking mutant. You're not a human. She never cries. Never. We've watched everything together and nothing out of that fucking robot face bitch.
Impervious, huh?
Nothing. Nothing gets her.
Well,
she didn't care though. She's still was funny.
Well, you know what happened to my family, Jimbo. I'm just saying, stick with that girl. You know where you're going. Wheelchair bound and beaten.
Believe me, don't think I didn't think of that she wouldn't fucking light me up if I was in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Fucking 50 years from now. Yeah, absolutely. Crying at loss, you fucking queer. Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't even. I'm trying to think of the last movie that really kind of got me, and nothing recently. I mean, nothing. Maybe an older movie. You know what? Almost recently, it was an older movie, but I watched it recently, and I was like, I think if I wanted to, I could. Paper Moon. That old movie, Paper Moon, with Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal.
Man,
it's black and white.
I don't have any recollection.
Did Bogdanovich do that one?
I didn't see that one.
That's good.
Well, it'll make you fucking cry.
Yeah, it's but nothing. Yeah. I just can't bring myself.
When animals die in movies, I get fucked up a little bit. Dogs dying, like a sad dog dying scene. That I watched like literally the end of Marley and Me and started crying.
And that was
just the part when the dog died.
I didn't see that.
No emotional investment whatsoever. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't know anything about that. This dog could have been a fucking rapist, and I didn't know. And I was still just like blubbering at the sight of this dog dying. It was terrible. I assume it's not a rapist. I have not seen Marley and Me. Could assume it's not a rapist.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wanted to see it just for that, though, because I knew the dog died, and it'd probably yank a good one out of me.
Yeah. It would, yeah.
So just get that part.
Brutal. Literally, like, the breathing is slowing. It's like,
oh, man, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Its little eyes closed. It's like that.
Why put yourself through that?
You should, because
that's my
human.
school of thought. No, it's not.
Because
it's
when
stupid.
you're avoiding
there's
stuff
enough
like
human.
that now.
There's enough real shit in life to make you feel
Yeah,
sad.
but you don't cry at that either.
Well, I know. But it's not like I don't want to. It's times.
It's unhealthy to hold it
Don't you
in.
see horrible things every day, and you look and go, "Wow, that's
I'm
terrible."
sitting next to one.
I know. Oh, no. Come on, Breuer's a guest.
Hey, what the fuck? You know, it's amazing. So yeah, man.
It's just to go out of your way, I think, to know that you're gonna choke up at a movie. It's
Well, a movie
weird.
takes you through an experience. That's what you do when you go see a movie.
But sometimes it is bullshit. Like, movies can make you cry, I think, like, I do love those Pixar movies, but I do remember seeing, like, Finding Nemo and Up, and, like, they just hit you so, it's like they've worked out, like, a mathematical formula to make you fucking break down and cry. It's like you, like, 4 minutes of establishment with one music cue coupled with a death, and you're fucking done, and that's it. And you just know. It's like they hit a button, and they're like, and now men will cry.
Well, it feels manipulative. When it feels manipulative, I don't like it. When it's natural, or when it's something like, oh, that was a great fucking moment.
When you feel like they're not trying to make you cry.
Yeah, when it's just, it's incidental.
Like it's good. Yeah.
What's your top comedy movies? You're home with your gang.
Burning.
You're
home with your gang.
That got me crying when they had the little epilogue titles of what happened to the guys afterwards.
Oh, Mr. Townley, how did you get in so much? Never I say. How good the Ku Klux Klan is.
Yeah, that's a good question. Top comedies.
I think I like The Big Lebowski a lot. That's one of my favorite.
Always
movies.
goes back to that.
It's a
Big
fucking
Lebowski's a
love
biggie.
Lebowski, yeah.
It's like really rewatchable. I think that's what's really funny about it.
It's timeless.
Yeah, it's easy to watch. That's a
timeless.
really fucking funny movie.
Used Cars, maybe. I loved Used Cars.
Like
Kurt
Cars.
Russell,
Wow.
Jack Warden, fucking Frank McRae was one of the funniest guys ever.
Wow.
I really loved Observe and Report.
Oh,
That's
thanks,
fucking.
man.
I've raved about that movie since the day I saw it. It was brutal. It was nice to see a brutal comedy.
It's a really brutal movie.
I love it.
We fucking love that one.
Love it.
Because it was more honest than that dumb mall cop.
Yeah.
I thought something about Mary
Oh, were you in Mall Cop, Jim Brewer?
No.
I fucking hated that movie, and I tried.
Yeah.
Adam was
45
tough
minutes
one,
in, I still didn't laugh once.
No,
and I'm
it
like,
was
why
tough.
why is everyone loving this movie? I didn't get it.
I know, it was the same with me.
That was confusing.
Family.
That was confusing to the
Family
Observer Report team.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, Observing Report had a million laughs.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
loved it.
Jody Hill and those
What did
guys.
Ray Liotta say? I hate your fucking guts!
You fucking faggot.
Fucking great!
That really scared the fucking shit
my
out of
God.
me. That's like I almost shat my pants. Like he really went off the fucking rails. Yeah, he's a crazy dude.
We had him in, man. I was intimidated by him.
Yeah, he's a little scary, right?
Who?
Yeah, he is. Just being Ray Liotta. Just being him, I was
That laugh,
intimidated
though,
by
like
him.
when you make him laugh really hard and then you get the full like Ray Liotta laugh, that's like the most exciting thing.
That one he said did Goodfellas.
Yeah. And it's so like angry. It's like an angry laugh. It's like part of it's like fuck you for making me do this.
We have a bad day because we have the hoarder lady too now.
Good, she's good.
We
She-
overbooked guests today.
Who else is doing it?
Rob, she's a
Dr.
therapist on
Robin,
Hoarders.
You watch that show,
wow.
Hoarders?
That show's fucking
Isn't it it's fuck up?
horrifying.
She'll fit in.
Yeah.
You want to
Why
hang?
do
You want to
people
hang
do
for
that?
this?
It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
why do people do that?
I don't know.
She's coming in.
And every
Yeah, she's
time I
gonna
watch
be
it,
here
I get
in
angry.
seconds.
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm like, burn the place down. Burn the fucking place
But
down.
then they talk about if you do that, they'll just hoard new shit,
yeah,
right? That's the
I mean,
whole
with
thing.
them in it,
They just start over.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, kill them.
They should be hoarding salve to put on their wounds.
Why bother? They just start over.
That's true.
They just start over.
I've been watching so many episodes, and I just see
But
this
it's all
whole
because
enabling
like,
thing.
their kids, like it's all because like their mom threw out their favorite toy when they were 10
Yeah.
years
Right.
old,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they hoard shit,
and they
That's
hoard
all
it.
is.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It really is amazing.
My
what
dad does
tips
that
them
a
off.
bit. Like
Yeah.
there's a very clear like my dad's mom threw out his toys when he was 12, and he fucking keeps everything. Like it's not like this, obviously. But
Is he
like,
sloppy or is he neat?
He's neat about it. Like it's kind of organized in his way, but like you can tell that he doesn't like to get rid of things. He likes to like see all his belongings in little piles, kind of. Like,
Wow, that's a thing.
and it's so clear, but he knows it's all because his mom threw his shit out. Like
Yeah.
it's not like subconscious. He's like,
Is that
oh,
OCD too, though? Is it
yes,
the same? It is.
definitely.
It's got to be a combination of the two, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some like sense that something bad will happen if this stuff isn't like that. I guess
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
what makes
what
it
bad? Here she
compulsive.
is.
Oh, there you go.
How you been?
Robin's back.
How are you?
Robin.
No, stay right here. Just bring us. Just sit right there.
Or move her to the table. We'll
Yeah,
just
move her
crowd
to
in
the
a
table.
little
Sit
bit.
with all of us. We'll bring a mic
Robin,
over
come
here.
on.
Get a goddamn chair and
Robin, you smell
come
good.
on in here.
Get over here.
Scared.
Like having it. No.
You know Seth Rogen to
Hi,
your
I'm
right?
Seth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
How are
Jim-
you?
Jim
you
Breuer.
Good to see you again.
And Jim Breuer behind
Breuer,
you.
of course, the great Jim Breuer.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Sam's putting a
Jim.
microphone up for Jim.
We have been, believe it or not, we're on the air. I know.
People are driving to work right now.
Yeah, driving, listening, I hope.
Listening to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You see Seth's movie 50-50?
I haven't.
Well, you better. That's why he's here. And it's a great movie.
We're talking about emotion and how men don't like to cry during movies.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
psychologist. Fuck.
Yeah, you
We're
understand
fucked
that.
now, man.
Yeah.
Like Anthony won't cry at a movie. I'm
I
a
hate
blubbering
that.
sissy.
Even alone, I feel like, oh, don't do it, don't
So what
do
were you
it.
afraid of?
I don't know. You tell
Come
me.
on, let's talk about it.
You're the doc. You tell me.
That it'll
I
just
don't know.
never stop. That's what I'm
That's
Maybe
what-
it'll just never stop. Once
Just
that
never
plug
stop.
gets pulled, I'll be a wreck for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're
I
afraid
don't
it's all
know.
going to pour
I find it embarrassing.
Why?
It embarrasses. I don't know why. I guess the easy answer would be, oh, well, obviously you must think it's not manly or something. But that really isn't it. I don't feel that part of it. I just find
I have
it
some
embarrassing.
time after the segment. We could,
Yeah?
process it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that sounds like an offer, or I'm a lunatic. Case study.
process.
It's a loss of control, too. People are afraid of losing control when you're crying.
I know I'm not going to be a blubbering mess rolling around the house or something, but, even just, I don't know. I think because it starts making you question why you're crying. It's like, all right, it's sad. I know that, but what about it is so sad, and why does that make me sad? And then maybe it gets a little deeper into the brain than I really want to get.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm watching something really sad and I don't want to cry just because the same reason, you just feel like it's all going to go. I just remember, it's not real. It's a movie. It's not real.
see? Yeah, I do that.
What makes you sad? Like when you see like a neat apartment? And you're like,
I'm going to go broke.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going to have a job.
No more shows.
But it is real, is what's fucked up, because like the emotions it makes you think of are totally real. And I think that's why I know I don't like to cry in a movie, because it's obvious you're not crying at the fucking fish that got eaten. You're crying about some other shit in your own life.
Right.
It resonates somehow.
It's tapping into something.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
It's more intimidating just to break down and look around like,
I'm crying.
Yeah, that's what it is. You just don't want to. You don't want to be in that position where you got to start asking yourself why.
Yeah.
Why am I there? That's why I'm asked all the time. Like, why? You fall asleep with the TV on at night. Why? It's like, so I don't have to be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to delve too deep into my own
memories.
psyche.
Who wants to remember when a small boy? Psst, wake up.
No, that never. No, as far as I know, I don't remember it. And I think I remember my whole childhood. No, I had great other shit going on at the time. But it's like I don't know. You think too much, you can't go to sleep.
I'm telling you, the mind is a dangerous place.
It is.
I'm telling you.
I know it's amazing, and with, of course, you're here, Hoarders. You're on Hoarders. I was just watching you, of course, again, and I know you've been here in the past, and we've discussed it, and I hate the way these people are handled with the kid gloves. And but you said it last time. You go, well, people are constantly berating them and yelling at them to clean up the place, and that doesn't work, so we try the different approach. Now, I don't totally agree, because a lot of the people I see on these shows, they're enablers. They don't tell them, hey, clean this shit up. But they're like, okay, well, she wants to hang on to these things, and like, I think someone's really got to take charge.
I do. Haven't you seen?
Yeah,
me
but you
on
give
the
them that.
show?
You give them that. Like, all right, you're going to look through everything. You make sure you look. And I'm just looking at the house being a mess, going, you can't look at everything. There's too much stuff.
Well, that's true, but
Throw it away.
I mean, I think you have to remember that we're there to avert a crisis. Like, we don't really think that we're going to clean up the house in 2 days. Like, sometimes it happens. I recently did a shoot where, basically everything did go. It was just, scooping it and throwing it in the dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is a lot of people who are compulsive hoarders do have some good stuff. I think that we tend to think that it's all
Right.
it's
all
crappy stuff.
garbage.
That shit's actually
Wow,
good.
I never even thought of that.
I never fucking thought of that at all. I always assume it's newspapers and shit like that.
Yeah, dog food.
TV
Seriously.
guides and stuff, yeah.
Dude, throw out these Joe DiMaggio rookie cards. You're taking up too much
Okay,
space.
well, that would be good.
Never.
I mean, in the midst of all of it, you do find some good stuff. We just came back from Texas, and, there was a lot of good stuff there.
What was good that you found at someone's house that they had a lot
Hoarders should team up with American Pickers. Kind of like,
drive off a cliff.
they buy the good shit and they fucking clean up on the rest.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of different kind of classifications of hoarder. I don't know if you put them in that, but there are the hoarders that it is mostly clutter. They're you can almost consider it organized. Things are stacked up against the walls and maybe
Organized
plastic
hoard.
containers. Yes, the organized hoard. Then there is the cluttered hoard where it's not stacked up nicely. It's just all over the place. But still, it is clothes and goods and things like that. Then there's what I call the ratings grabber.
Here we go.
Like the dirty,
disgusting
raccoon
garbage.
living in the fucking shower.
There's
Oh, yeah.
human feces in the bathtub. Roaches now are making a big hit. Roaches, if you could,
They're on a comeback.
That's sweeps. That's
man,
sweeps.
if you can open up a cabinet and have roaches just flying out of this thing, I am watching.
Wait till you see what's going to come.
Yes,
Are people getting grosser now that they see they're getting attention for it?
on purpose, right?
I
wouldn't
don't know
normally
about
shit in the
that,
tub, but-
I'm competing with the last lady.
I'm telling you, this last place that I was at, it was unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, every time you scooped, they just ran everywhere, and they flew. They flew,
Oh,
and they
shit.
for some reason they always want to fly at your face.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
why can't you fly somewhere else?
And what do you do when you leave these? Because you don't want to bring them back to your house. Do you have to? You got to get them off of you.
So like a decontamination
Yeah.
process?
No, I mean,
hoarded
it's not like they're,
decontamination.
I'm covered in roaches.
You got to
when
get
I'm-
naked is what you got to do. Make sure there's none hiding, right?
I knew I would take
right?
there.
How about bed bugs? They scare me too. You don't want to go home with a bed bug in your pant cuff. You imagine a pregnant bed bug in your pant cuff?
All of it takes.
Oh my gosh.
That's the nightmare right there.
And it only takes one.
Yeah.
What's
What's that?
I said, where do you get this stuff? A pregnant bed bug?
Well, they have to somehow. But little bed bugs don't
pregnant.
just crop up. Bed bugs like to fuck.
Right.
Have you over the years that you've been doing the show now? It's been a few years. How many? They probably
about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything or done anything differently over the course of the years where you notice like, okay, I'm kind of seeing this happening more often, and this is the best way to deal with it?
I never know what I'm going to walk into. You know, we get the
Always
pitch
with a smile,
and we
though.
see pictures,
Well,
and
you
then you
kind of
walk
have an
in,
idea.
and sometimes it's a completely different story. It's worse or it's not as bad, and it's always a crapshoot. You never know what you're walking into.
how they greet you with a smile on their face when they open that door, like they're opening it to a palatial,
Welcome to my
beautiful
home.
mansion. They're like, "Hi, come on in, hello," and you guys are like, "Hi."
But they
I'm
really
like,
don't
you're
think
walking
it's
into a pigsty.
They don't think it looks weird though anymore, right? Like to them, it's like kind of normal, right? Or
You guys see them in denial, and I think that there's some reality of why they're not letting people in their house, because they know, like, this is a little out of control or a lot out of control. There's some level of awareness. I really believe that. People stay in denial because they're scared. If you acknowledge there's a problem, then you have to do something about it.
I've noticed a lot of excuses going on with these people. Oh, man, just excuse after excuse. They won't take the blame and put it on themselves. And when they say that the most important thing to them is, and then they'll name a few things, one of which should be, and sometimes is their family. Mm-hmm. They say, oh, my family, my kids are the most important thing in the world. Yet their actions show that their family is not the most important thing. It's their collection of some
cookie tins,
ceramic fucking penguins.
Zilches.
Yeah,
Cookie tins.
salsa lids.
I love my children, but where will I put my cookies without this tin?
We talked about this last time. Compulsive hoarding is a form of mental illness, period. At the end of the day, they got brain chemistry stuff going on.
Oh, wow.
And, going back to your question, people don't, fill up their houses overnight. And so it's like, do they see this? Well, I don't think that they do necessarily, because they're slowly bringing in stuff.
What about the people that live with them?
Yeah,
too?
the enablers.
The enablers, yeah.
How
They're
about
not
they
alone.
notice and do something?
I've rarely seen a husband that I have any respect for on those shows. I
Right.
look and go, what are you doing that you allowed this to even get to this point?
I think that one of the reasons why people don't take a stand is they're scared to death, because oftentimes people who are hoarding stuff defend their stuff so much, and they start using anger to get people to back off. I don't know if you saw the show with Eileen where she blamed everything on the children, and the husband was he was a firefighter.
Yeah.
At one point I'm like, you're a mandated reporter, like, you're living in this, what's going on? And he was so scared of her that he just couldn't take a stand.
Was she the heavy set gal? That doesn't narrow it down on hoarders. Oh, okay.
I am always, it is amazing how a lot of the times they are from that same mold, a large mold.
Yeah.
Hoarders tend to be a little more overweight.
like, is it like it? I mean, you say it's like a chemical imbalance, but then how come, like, sociologically there seems to be so many similarities between the people that have this problem?
I believe that when you're living in an environment like that, and you're literally stepping over stuff and, walking through goat paths, you're not exercising, you're not eating healthy, you can't even cook in the kitchen, and so you're bringing in takeout, and you're not you're not living in a healthy environment. You're not taking
Got to roll
care of
around the house like
yourself
a
either.
ninja.
How do they sleep with all the roaches scampering around? That would drive me nuts.
I'm telling you. I mean, again, wait till you see this episode that's going to air. It was uncomfortable just standing there, let alone thinking about
Did
sleeping.
they crawl on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You brought them home with you.
I can't.
Do you hoard it? Because your book is called, she wrote a book called The Hoarder in You, How to Live a Healthier, Happier, Uncluttered Life. And I understand it to a certain, because I clutter a little bit. Like, I save, like, celebrity stuff. But I'm not, I don't have.
your guys' desk here,
Well, this will be cleaned up
It's,
by the interns. Who just are here to admire our talent.
This is good. I can use this. I can use this. I need the strap is fine.
So help me understand why you need goggles in.
that was earlier.
We were doing prostate tests.
Those are my other 50
I
goggles.
knew that was a mistake to go.
Yeah.
My God.
You never know when an accident will occur.
Dr. Robin.
No, this guy, Sam, is a bit of a hoarder. And he's a cheapskate, and he's a bit of OCD. He's a horrible chiseler, and we made him break his shitty 12-inch TV today we broke it so he can get a 22
Well,
inch
explain
TV.
to Seth. It's a 12-inch Quasar from 1990 what?
Good 99.
99.
A 12-inch
Okay.
cathode
He has a
ray
12-inch
tube.
TV in his
Yeah.
And you kept
Guys,
it.
first of all, if he's a hoarder, if you broke his TV, he's going to keep it still because he's going to fix it someday.
Oh, that's true. Someday
right?
I'll fix it.
You
I
plan on
guarantee
keeping
you,
that TV?
next year when I come back, he'll still have that TV.
I'll have a big broken TV.
She's not that far off. He didn't say because he couldn't because it was broken in here.
Well, Sam, explain your major thing you do to Robin.
Yes.
So she could read you.
Well, I have my wrestling collection.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were trying so hard.
Wrestling collection, yes. He collects older gentlemen who hold him down.
Still has wrestling experiences.
Yes, in rest areas.
It's not just action figures, which he has thousands of at this point.
No, I just collect wrestling things, and
He has to tape every
No, but you
single wrestling show.
And,
Well, I
and then he
record-
puts it on DVD and
Yeah.
saves them. And I go, why are you saving these? Like, you don't watch them.
I was just going to say, and I bet he doesn't watch them.
No.
I don't have time to watch them. I have to tape the next
Too
one.
busy fucking taping them.
Like, there's no reason for you to catalog these episodes.
But if he misses one, it really bothers him. It
Bothers
freaks
him,
him the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Wow.
I have a theory. Sam's an asshole.
I concur.
That was a leak.
Wow.
Clinically.
So, Sam, what's with this need to record every single wrestling match?
Yeah, every show, every
When
TV
you were young,
show.
did your mom not let you watch an episode wrestling thing one day, and then that's
No, but like, I want to be able to, if there is a moment, because what if I miss? That's the moment that
It's
I
always
miss.
the what if.
But what
So
about the
I-
internet? Couldn't you go back?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's never a good moment. If
Exactly.
by some miracle something interesting actually happened in wrestling, don't you think they would put it online to fucking commemorate the fact that something interesting happened? In
He
the
doesn't
world
want to
of
acknowledge
wrestling?
the internet, though.
Well, no, you don't know when you can't get online or when you can't.
Why couldn't you?
Oh, my God. What is this, 1990?
Yeah, why couldn't you?
Well,
My
now he
dial-up
broke
keeps
his TV,
cutting off.
So now he can't even,
Well, that was to force him
That was
to
to force him to get a flat screen.
get a bigger TV. So he went from a 12-inch to a 22.
He got a 22
It's
inch.
200
bedroom
bucks.
TV. It doesn't need to be over the top.
He's a cheapskate, though.
Why
Like,
are you watching TV in the bedroom?
Why are you watching?
good point. That's right. Meanwhile, that strap-on is still sitting in the wrapping.
See, I always know.
Oh, Dr. Robin.
Sorry.
Oh, Robin, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, but he's. What is it with hoarders and being cheap? Like this fear of running out. What is it?
You know what, though? It's, again, I know you're looking at the hoard of stuff and you think it's all garbage, but people are going into serious financial debt, going out and spending and buying stuff,
Yeah, why, though? They don't need to.
Well, if it was that easy, then, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about compulsive hoarding.
It does seem like when you talk to them that they do understand that there's a problem that needs to be remedied. And it seems to be as easy as just throwing the crap away that you don't need. I can understand them going, well, there's some good stuff here. All right, pick out the good stuff. But they're going through this cat urine-soaked box for a book that they had since the 9th grade. And it's like, maybe you could let that
It's like
go.
there's roach eggs on it. You're not
Yeah.
going to read it.
Yeah.
in their mind, someday they will. It's sort of like
Right.
The
Sam
someday,
here,
just in
who,
case.
I think
someday,
it-
when he says he has a moment, like,
Yeah.
really?
I think it's all a fear of death. I think it all is like.
Is that what everything boils down
I
to?
think it is.
Yeah,
It's
I think
all
you're right.
like I'm going to die one day, and what if I never get to experience these things ever again? And so I'm going to have them around, and to make sure that that this chapter isn't over, that it's not done with. It's always available for me to go back to.
Like leaving a legacy.
Yeah,
I'm more fascinated that wrestling still exists.
I mean,
28.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
He's getting married. He
embarrassing.
has a fiance.
That's embarrassing.
a very understanding. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, way out of his fucking league, man.
We all see this as a problem. Do you see this as a problem, Sam?
No, it doesn't hinder my life whatsoever.
Robin, talk to this numbskull.
Is there like what's the line between like hobbies and fucking that shit?
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, if you have a hobby, you hopefully can do something with it. But 80,000 wrestling episodes, like
You've never watched.
Lifetime,
Yeah.
you're not going to even get to it.
Yeah, but the passion for that wrestling is shared with everybody on the air
Someday
here
I'm going to
today.
write a book called Yeah But.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
But.
That,
Yeah, But
if I
is-
had to count how many
yeah.
times I've heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But.
But.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I would buy that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
yeah,
but.
yeah,
Hey,
but
yeah, but.
yeah, but
Hey, yeah, but. You don't understand.
Okay, it's 2 words.
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
Yeah.
Words.
and the little line under it could be examples of when people say yeah, but.
Jimmy knows how to ruin a title.
But, you know, Sam, the
People will
good
get
news
that.
is, you know, do another episode with you, you know.
But when I watch Hoarders, I go, well, my apartment's not nearly that bad. So
I'm sure everyone
fine.
who watches Hoarders
Yeah.
says that.
Like,
Seagulls at the dump watch Hoarders and say that.
I'm sure the hoarders who watch Hoarders are
The reason why his apartment isn't bad yet is because a lot of his shit is at his parents' house.
see?
They're the enablers in this
But
situation.
his mother hoards things about him. She has his creepy little Cub Scout uniforms. She has his hair from when the therapist.
Not a little lock of hair. The entire hair from a haircut put in Tupperware.
Serious?
His mother.
Serious.
Tupperware?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
From when he had an afro, when you were 20 or something like that?
Yeah, I was about 20,
She
and then my
saved
mom
it when
cut
he-
it all off, and then she saved it in a Tupperware. I didn't ask her to save that hair. That's her thing.
That's her hair.
That's her picture frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My
now he's
baby.
putting his hoard on his mom, saying, "Oh no, I didn't."
See?
tell her to
The
keep it."
excuse, the yeah, but,
I'm
all that
telling
stuff.
you, I'm
I bet you he
telling
wants her to keep it. You think so?
I'm not going there.
I bet he does. I bet he does. That means something special to him, like Mommy loves me.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't, in a sense, like if she throws it out now, she doesn't care like she used to.
Oh.
Do you
What if she just doesn't want a fucking container of hair in her closet?
Yeah. Yes. She doesn't want to be reminded of something that sat on an empty shell.
Does she like, you know, try to put it on a little string and carry it around with her, you know, so that she can, you know, have a piece of you?
Yeah.
No, she keeps it all in the Tupperware, in the cupboard.
Did she ever explain why? She kept.
No, she has no explanation for why. She can't explain it. It's not an explainable thing, though.
I'll tell you right now why she does it.
Why?
She fears that if she throws out the hair, she's throwing out a piece of him.
Right.
Right. Whereas she should have thrown out all of them when she first got the news from the doctor.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. She just said, wow. I've never heard her say that on any other kind of But 10 minutes in here, and hey, you're on your own.
Wow.
You know what? That's not good when the doctor walks in a house and goes, you know what? You're on your
Yeah,
own.
you're on your own. I don't even know what to do with you.
Yeah.
That is bizarre, though, right? That his mom, they have this weird thing, like, you think you're throwing out a piece of, you're not, it's bizarre.
So he's got issues, right? Because he doesn't listen to us.
Look, we all have issues.
Well,
you know?
sure.
I mean,
But we're not
it's
focusing
just,
on us
you
today.
know.
We're focusing on Seth.
Let's talk about your
Oh,
issues.
no, it's
Yeah.
okay.
He's got some good ones.
I do have some good ones.
I like this.
I got a mama issue.
Really? I can help you with that too.
That's all right.
I think at this point we're doing group therapy. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think at this
Should
point,
do group
you know,
here. Just hold hands.
Let's go around the room. Mom issue, aunt,
Oh, please. I don't even, everything. It's too many to count.
too many to
He
count.
has a fear of crying.
Yeah, fear of crying.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just embarrassed that, like, my genitals are just like, freakishly large.
That's your cross to bear.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
It's tough. Yeah.
Do you just stay home and like write these things down? You know, pull them out like, oh yeah, this is a new one. Okay.
You know, I have plenty of issues, but I'm very comfortable talking about them. I'm a sex addict. You know,
Yeah, we all talk about them.
Yeah.
We do, Robin.
I hoard
You're not holding back
sexual
too much.
stuff, like you know, all the photos I have from people. Yeah, like, you know, a finger from some.
Jimmy's
like,
got
It's called
serial.
taking trophies. Yeah.
He's got serial killer type files.
But like, no, but like just like porn and stuff like that, I hoarded for the same like stuff that I've watched. I don't just go out and grab
Yeah.
it, but I'm afraid of wanting it and not having it. It's this fear of running out. It's so stupid.
Well, you know, where'd Sam go? Oh, there
She's
he
over
is.
there.
He moved.
Yeah.
You know, you
Well,
guys,
he-
I'm telling you,
he's
you're
trying
not
to
far off the
avoid.
continuum.
No, I know.
Yeah. There's,
I feel like I used to be like that, and then I started just throwing everything out. Like, I used to keep, like, every time I was in a magazine or newspaper, I would keep it, and then one day I was like, I don't want any of this fucking shit.
You'd be
I still do
surprised.
save that stuff though. I don't find that to be as crazy to like look at in 20
all
years.
online. Who cares?
That's
No,
the
but
thing. I figure it's all like
all online,
print
I
it,
just
yeah.
started thinking, like, has there ever been a time I've been looking for something and not had it or not
Yeah.
been able to access something? Like, I couldn't think of one time I was like, oh, it'd be great to read that fucking Rolling Stone article from 6 years ago, but it just, and if I wanted to, it's probably
It's
online
there.
somewhere. Yeah,
Exactly.
like every wrestling event that's ever occurred in the history of humanity.
There you go, Sam.
Sam.
I don't want to watch
You
it
could
online.
watch Coco Beware wrestle on the internet right now if you wanted to.
You know, your point is actually spot on, because the reality is once these people throw that stuff away, they're not obsessing like they think that they are, and that's why they can't get rid of it. Is they think, oh my gosh, if I give this up, like I will forever regret it. I'm going to be in this like insane anxiety state, and you know, what if I want it and I can't get it back?
But it's all OCD though, isn't it? Like, isn't it all a form of like, as far as like, it's all roots to the simple problem of like, these people think something terrible will happen if they do something that is incredibly normal.
Are you asking me or the doctor?
I'm asking, I don't know, I'm just going to put it out there. But is that what it is? I mean, is it all?
A little sensitive, aren't
Another problem.
That was me being arrogant, thinking I'm on the same intellectual level. Like, oh.
No, but is that what it is? Like, is it all the same thing? Like, is someone who thinks they have to touch a light switch 5 times before leaving a room, do they have the same problem as someone who has every fucking, episode of...
At the end of the day, it's all fear. It's all fear. Fear, if you don't touch the light switch 5 times, something bad.
It's all something in their brain saying something bad is going to happen
exactly.
But it won't.
It is a chemical thing, though.
It really is. It really is,
Unfortunately.
And I think...
So there's no way to fix it through talking, like, so then is there any, like, unless you're medicating people on hoarders, which you aren't, is there any point to, like, that's the question, like, since it is a chemical imbalance, is there any point to doing anything other than medicating these people?
If you look at anything that you're afraid of, the only way to get over it is to go through it, right? We can talk about it all day long, but until you face your fear and test out if what you fear is going to happen, you never know. You just stay scared.
But does that actually change the chemical makeup?
It does.
It does.
Amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
Is it a case of you can't think yourself into good action, you have to act yourself into good thinking?
Wow.
Yeah,
Jimbo.
That's
good for you.
That's the title of my book.
I like that.
That's right.
I like happy
Confessions
endings
of a
better.
butt fucker.
That's the second line, yes. Yeah. But it's spelled B-U-T as in an aside. But
Fucker.
Wow.
wow.
That really is.
What? You didn't answer the question, in all seriousness.
I don't think some of the collecting or hoarding is just based on a fear that something bad will happen if you get rid of it. Because I know I've collected over the years a lot of electronic or computer stuff and thinking, I might use this at some point, knowing that, in a week it's dated. And the reason I pulled it out of the other computer and put it in a box somewhere is because I got something new. Anyway, but I'd always hold on to it going like, I must have had like 50 graphics cards over the past 10 years put in boxes and stuff, knowing I'm never going to use it.
Yeah, I have all this old computer stuff because I'm convinced if something goes down,
You need to go back to an old computer.
someone's going to save us by all this old stuff. Like, does anyone have a 1972 computer? I do, fucker! I do! And I win the movie.
That's how we
one that
beat the robots.
only people with DOS prompts will live.
Yeah. I didn't think I had one. Now I just realized I got all this old electronics, and I swear it's because... Yeah, I think that was right.
Throw computer parts at it.
You guys are wondering, how could people do this? And so far, all of you are hoarders.
Everyone
Yeah,
does it.
to
Yeah.
a point.
Well, I think every
Yeah,
single
to a
person
point.
is, to a point.
About. Like, we all fall on the continuum. We
Thank
can all
God I-
relate
yeah.
in some way to the difficulty of letting go of stuff.
Thank God I'm wealthy enough to have Mexicans come over every week,
right.
though.
The hoarder in you. This is what happens if your uncle is a hoarder. The hoarder in you.
Dr. Robbins is shaking her head.
It's the sequel to The Hoarder on You.
Every time I'm on, I go, what was I thinking?
what was I thinking?
What was I thinking,
Yeah, that's why
I'm
we-
thinking this time it's going to be different.
We try to let enough time pass where maybe you'll gloss it over as something memorable and fun.
But what exactly are you just addressing? Hoarding that's not as extreme, like that's not as much as like regular people hoarding.
It's like what they call pack ratting, right? Is that like what happened to that term? That went away now.
I think it's kind of gone away and it's been replaced. I
With
mean,
hoarding.
Look, the show on A&E, Hoarders, has blown this condition wide open. We've got copycat shows, but the reality is everybody can relate at some level. Of course you read the book, so you know.
Oh, it was a
please.
terrific book.
I did read it. I enjoyed it.
Cover to cover,
In
obviously.
the beginning,
Couldn't put it down.
I talk about that makeup drawer, and it's only, so wide, 6 inches by 12 inches. And I've got a little container of makeup from high school and college that I hold on to. Black eyeliner, that kind of stuff, none of which I wear now, but I go, you never know. Someday, and it'd be wasteful to go out and spend $15 on eyeliner. So I keep it, even though there's no way in hell I'm going to put that on my face.
Right.
Why
But I
wouldn't you
still
throw it
hold on
away?
to
You could just go to Sephora or go to the makeup room on Hoarders, and they would do it for free.
But
But you know what I'm saying? They have a makeup person.
Yeah.
it's on a continuum. The other thing I'm known for is my 200 pairs of shoes. But you know what? I can access every single one of them. They're all lined up. I know
Oh,
where
well,
they
then
are.
that's totally
That
fine.
sounds like
and
a yeah,
true.
but to me.
That sounds like a yeah, but. Yeah,
but I can access
I can access
that.
Tripping over them.
Sure. Identify, don't
Footage
compare.
is the difference between someone who just has a big collection of shit and a hoarder.
That's right. If your closet is big enough.
If these people had 30,000 square foot homes, they wouldn't be hoarders at
Right.
all. People with a lot of shit.
in a small place. That sucks.
That's the difference. Well, I can look at all of my
I got a big
shoes.
closet. The square footage has disqualified you from hoarding.
I would love to.
Seriously.
I would love to be able to grab a few pairs of your shoes and say, "Look, how would you feel if I threw
You're not
these
getting
away?
my shoes, I'll tell you
If I
right
threw
now.
these away, anxiety level between 1 and 10. How anxious is this making you?"
And more accurately,
Watching me in action. Listen
I
to
love
him,
it.
anxiety
I
levels
love
0 to 10.
hoarders.
Like, what's up with that?
Hoarders is great.
and then the question, how would you feel if he put them on and pranced around the house and felt pretty?
Now the anxiety level has to go up to 20,
Like
30.
I said, he's not getting a hold of my shoes.
No, wow.
Why do you have so many
Really-
pairs of shoes?
I love shoes.
How often do you wear a different pair? Like, when's the last time you wore those boots?
In the roach house.
Bed bugs nesting in it.
There's no bugs nesting in my shoes.
There's bugs in her shoes, Jimmy. Nice host.
Might be a bed bug in there, right?
I'm sure there
There's
is.
no bed bugs in my shoes.
All that
pregnant bed
fur.
There's fur. I do see fur.
The boots have dandruff.
Rampant breeding grounds. Nothing makes those
Okay,
things
now that you mention
hornier
it.
than fur's an aphrodisiac to those
Yeah.
fuckers.
I mean, they can't believe someone was dumb enough to walk in with fur. They're like, we haven't seen one of these in 5 years. Hop on, boys.
Like a train coming in, yeah.
We're going to Shoe Town.
If they're living in my shoes, you know where they're living when I leave here.
Right here.
no.
This place is infested.
We'll just
I
fight
want
with the
to
other
leave
bugs.
you guys with something.
Yeah, some bed bugs,
Some
cockroaches.
something to remember me by. you
Yeah.
know?
Hey, does this happen in other countries, this hoarding thing?
It's all over.
It is?
All over.
So it's not just the United States in general?
No. I mean, the reality
There's
is...
assholes all over
Common
the world.
rouge in their skulls.
Yeah. Paul Pot was hoarding bodies.
I mean, I don't know. Are there hoarders in Ethiopia? I don't really know.
How about you
'cause
go
I've
there
never
with the
been
show
there.
and find out?
Hoarders International.
Yeah,
I see it now.
Let's do this.
Talking
I
about
see it now.
We are so talking
Let's do
about
this.
it. Yeah, I mean, we've been up to Canada a few times, but yeah,
We got hoarders there?
the reality
Yeah.
is, again, I got to stress,
Canadian hoarders.
blew this whole thing wide open.
Yeah.
And so many people are sitting in silence. So when you say, how many hoarders are there, we have no idea. Estimates are 3 million, but we actually think it's closer to 7 million because who opens their door and says, come on in, and oh, by the way, my children don't have a bed to sleep in, and
So,
but
it's that house that has the curtains closed all the time. They put the newspaper over the little window on the door.
Their lawn's a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have one in the neighborhood,
You
don't
kind
we?
of think maybe someone's cooking up some crystal meth in the neighborhood when you walk by their house.
Yeah,
How
they're
do
just
I know it
hoarding
smells
dead
like cat
cats.
urine?
Hey, are you doing any book signings?
not this trip, but I'll sign your book.
Okay, I want
Ooh.
to because we're wrapping up soon. I think we have a couple
Yeah.
minutes. We have time? Oh, I'm fine if we have time. I just want to make sure everybody's plugged.
I don't know who has to go, so.
Well, all time.
Whoever goes,
Me.
goes.
And Seth is plugging 50/50, which is on Blu-ray January what?
24th, I think.
Is it on demand or something now? Because I've heard this is great.
think
Yeah,
it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
I just want to jump in again. I did see this movie 2 days ago. I loved it. Fucking loved it. Loved Seth's performance. The writing was amazing, and there's definitely laughs in there. A little different look at cancer, and I think it's going to be up for some awards.
Thanks.
Oh, look at you.
Fuck yeah.
Seth's an animal.
No,
I am.
Yes, it's an animal.
Can you feel it coming off
Yeah.
of me?
Let's tie it all in. Somebody was hoarding cancer cells.
Anything?
Segue.
Is Seth promoting anything else?
Not really. I'm.
Don't you have a charity?
I am actually. Yes, I'm doing. I'm in a charity competition. I'm getting beaten by Jonah Hill and Ed Norton, which is fucking humiliating. So go to crowdrise.com and donate to my charity page to help me beat those guys.
Very cool.
We'll get
What's
money.
the charity Crowdrise for?
Well, that's it's like a social network for charities, but I work with the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
Awesome.
And Breuer, just so you know, Jim is the great Jim Breuer is doing the Heavy Metal Family Man Tour. It's the Highline Ballroom, which is on 16th Street here in Manhattan. It's this Friday night. Go to highlineballroom.com or just call if you're not near your computer, 212-414-5994 to see Breuer. And I'm not going to plug all my dates. Just go to eatabullet.com. I have Poughkeepsie, Tempe, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Rochester, and Toledo coming up.
But you're not
soon.
promoting.
No, I'm just going to mention the cities and get the dates.
That's not promoting.
Absolutely.
Screw it.
And the book, once again, for Robin, who's always a great guest.
It's called The Hoarder in You,
Yeah, yeah.
How to Live a Happier, Healthier, Uncluttered Life. Very odd with the clutter of words. The irony is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
It's a long title. It's a very long title.
Yes.
Importing words.
You are.
And it's a nice little book, and I'm going to read this because I picked it up, and like I said, I wish I would have read this. It looked very good.
And the show on A&E Monday, 9 p.m. It's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of hating the people I see on it. I just have no patience for it. I yell. I tweet all the time. I'm tweeting during the show going, burn it down! Burn it down!
That's just
a
not the
horrible
right
person.
attitude.
I know.
I'm telling you,
It isn't.
you've got issues.
I
you know?
do.
mean,
I know. Thank God, that's what got me this program. All of my issues.
But he tries to laugh it all away.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like they say, thank God I can laugh, but don't let me forget that I cried.
He is despicable with his shit.
fucking fortune cookies.
Well, you know, guys, I mean...
Jimmy's little sayings. Oh, man. It's
Is that
Always
an
grabbing-
adage? I think that's an adage.
It sure
an
is.
adage. Yes, it's an adage.
Always grabbing for more than our share. I understand.
Yes.
All right, let's get the fuck out.
God.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Hey, thanks, everybody. And
I'm grateful you all came in.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Can't
having
have what
us.
I want. Please let me want what I have.
Another adage.
I hate an adage.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Serious.